the ability just to body slam him away when he looks for that counter strike. There's a certain symmetry in these drafts though. We saw the last time Razork brought out the Neferi was in spring playoffs, which the composition definitely allows them to do. And get a big lead here as Razork's going to go intangible. Targamas are looking for that CC route. Mickey diving in though, and they dive onto Kalista, who has to flash away. The ricochet will start to shred through Fnatic. They back away immediately. Mickey's on the wrong side of this wall and doesn't really have a hope in hell of escaping. KC should claim first blood. Mickey's going to chase off Kalista. Meanwhile, Razork trying to dive in onto Yike. Jumps across into Targamas as well, but he's got no mid laner here. With Vladdy moving across for mid, Razork has to flash the wall.
So Razork ends up moving into position to smite away the Scuttle Crab, so at least gets something as he has to burn his flash. But Mickey walking into the pit ends up giving that kill across, so KC ends up burning a lot of summoner spells, but a kill early for Kalist.
And Fnatic just didn't have the damage. They were the ones who got to pull the trigger onto Kalist, but with him flashing away, with the barrier, with the spell shield, they weren't able to bring him down.
Exactly what is happening with that pulse.
Even though Mickey doesn't get the kill, I think it's still really nice. Like,
so it's Mickey consistently going top and pressuring Kana. This feels unheard of, the Fnatic that I was watching a few weeks ago. All they knew was bot, but this Fnatic is playing the map and they're playing it comprehensively.
And putting pressure into Oscar in, and as Razork was able to take two of the Hound's pursuit. He flashes. Oh, the destiny for the vision is beautiful! That was team coordination to a T from Fnatic, and now they're looking for Targamas under the turret. Razork will have the Hound's pursuit again, dashes in, can eviscerate to drop away some of the aggro. There's two to the dogs. Who let him out? Fnatic.
Fnatic are looking to take over the early game once more. KC, sure, they'll get the dragon, but the kills on the top laner and the support are massive for Fnatic Snowball.
And it's Razork that picks up both kills here and the third
moments to relax and wonder if Fnatic are going to make their 30.
He canceled his Q.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Who is this man? You take him to Spain and he's living La Vida Loca, apparently.
He's so damn good.
Two of the 3 games we've seen so far, he has been the dominant force in that top lane. It's only 12 minutes in as Targamas caught out a little bit with those darting daggers. You can see the chunk. As soon as you get that Spear of Zojin, becomes so hard to fight against. Dredgeline going in onto Mickey. There's the Destiny. Targamas trying to get out because the Hound Pursuit's going to chase him down. Razork goes intangible. They dive back onto Yike. Razork now needs to get out. Doesn't have the flash, and Kalist will put a boomerang into his backside. The dive in! A twisted advance from Yike finds 2! With a Nature's Grasp and a Bramble Smash, he'll find his marks. That's 2 for them. Counter-strike out from Kana. Oscar still needs to be a little bit cautious. Only has that Rod of Ages right now and a tear. Perhaps he'll be the one queuing after this. Kana dives back in. Good knockback from Oscar to survive. Looking, but Targamas and Kalista waiting for him. They saw him walk through mid lane, so they have perfect awareness of where Razork is. Dredgeline in from Targamas. Call of the Pack used by Razork just to jump away from it. Wasn't going to connect anyway. KC still on the Drake. Should be able to get this one as Fnatic still eye for a fight. Want a bit of a Barney around here if they can get it. Mickey has that Magnet Storm. Will step in. Shadowing Strike. Destiny popped as well. Mickey, the flash engage is there. You can sense it, but not going to be able to find it.
But they're getting what they want on side lanes, right? Like, Poby's just been pushing in this bot lane the entire time as KC have kind of been struggling to move between Dragon and mid lane. And I can't quite see,
Targamas was on his way across, but Oscar will just hold this wave, let the cannon die, and then take the tower.
I don't know if Mickey's going to be fast enough to the counterpunch on the bottom side, though. Poby left alone underneath the structure.
Arcane Storm coming out. Yike has that Nature's Grasp. He is incredibly tanky with that Rod of Ages already complete. Vladdy, and Wave still stands for him. Rift Herald secured for Fnatic as Mickey doesn't quite hit the Shadowing Strike.
And I think this sequence really highlights why we've been so happy with Fnatic today.
You get to the series that makes you get there, and Fnatic somehow find a way. KC trying to stymie that, trying to stop it. Dredgeline's going to hit, but Poby's going to walk away. In fact, he's going to walk back forward. TP coming in. Targamas stunned up, tried to flash away. The TP cancelled up towards the top side as Oscar was caught out by Yike, Kalist, and Kana. He's going to try and get away, but the Nature's Grasp is going to follow him. Meanwhile, on the bot side, you can see Razork still chasing onto Vladdy. The Rift Herald used to charge down the tower. Vladdy will die. Rift Herald, where you're going back towards the tier 2. 1-for-1 exchange, but a tower alongside it for Fnatic.
And it's Fnatic that are winning out in this trade as they get the bot tower and they're going to get the tier 2. And Kana might be able to pick up this top tower, but it's Fnatic that are constantly ahead in tempo. And even when Oscar dies here...
He finds him. Oh, does he? Okay,
didn't see
upset
him.
Wars pass target. TP
And
coming
Kana
out from
TP, so he
Kana.
doesn't get the top tower, but he does have a flank on the bot.
They're looking for the collapse onto Chovy here, who has the flash and has the teleport and has the destiny. Locks a gold card in. We'll wait for the counter-strike. Knockup coming out from Targamas. I think they're just giving up Chovy.
Another TP behind, though.
Exhaust down onto Kana. Razok needs to run away, but he's got so many tools to do so. Eviscerates across the wall. Vladdy's still on the chase. Mickey dismounted for now, but remounts, finds the horse in time to gallop his way back to the turret.
But KC get one kill. Really hard for Fnatic to actually team fight 5v5. So KC can go back to their tried and true method. Like, you can see Fnatic, they have the TF on bot, they have the Gragas on top. They're going to push out these sides, but I think KC may be grouped here a little bit too early, as now they're going to be forced to send Kana up top. Someone's going to have to catch this bot side, and then Fnatic can just now leverage those numbers advantage to get the maybe Drake.
Well, Chovy might be collapsed on Destinies immediately.
But Vladdy has to choose between picking the wave here or not. And it just, you see this constant pressure and tension on Fnatic that's making it so difficult for KC to play.
Fnatic haven't started the Dragon up immediately, though. Now the wave's been dealt with by Vladdy. Can KC mount some sort of attack here as Fnatic look to just steal the Dragon run?
Targamas goes in with the Hex Flash. Nature's Guard's coming out. Oscarin's going to be able to dodge that. Meanwhile, Mickey caught out. He'll crash down back into the pit. Oscarin on the wrong side of this fight, but he's so tanky for now. Kana dives in with a counter-strike, finds Mickey. Oscarin already dead. A good stun card from Chovy. The Death Judge will follow him down. 2 already. For KC, the 5v5 fight is exactly where they tried, but they can't find more out of it. They do get the Drake, though. Great. Goal lead shrinks to only 1,000. Oh, Mickey. That's a sneaky play if I've ever seen it. Vladdy trying to answer on this side lane. Mickey just waiting. Vladdy's going to check it, and Mickey realizes, okay, perhaps I can't do too much more. Goes in with a Magnet Storm still. Nature's Guard's going to follow him home, and I think Fnatic are the ones with a little bit of desperation coming out now. Mickey went for the engage. No real follow-up from his team. He'll die to Vladdy. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kalist was chunked out, but he survives. A 1-for-0 exchange so far. Razzle chasing Yike down, upset, having to Valkyrie forward, but immediately concussive blows coming out from Targamas. He'll cleanse, he'll flash away. They dive back in. Razzle finds Carnage.
Kalist is in base.
Kalist is in base. He had to recall because of the trade in the mid lane. And Yike escapes with his splash. 1-for-1 the exchange in totality.
And this is what Fnatic need. They need chaos. They need
Is it going to be enough into a Death Charge and on the hunt, an Arcane Storm? Yike on his way, doesn't have that Nature's Grasp. A stun card from Chovy has to flash the Dredge line. Atakan down to 4,000 HP. TP coming in from Kana as they look for the fight. Razzle stepping forward, but he's already down to half HP. Yike going in as well. Look at that smite. It's Razzle that gets the Atakan, but it's Mickey who's going to pay for it with his life. A twisted advance from Yike will find his mark. Nature's Grasp coming out now. Fnatic scattering, fleeing the scene of the crime. They snuck it away from KC.
I can't believe Fnatic managed to find that window as Kana was dead and couldn't TP into the fight. Just an excuse to drag Fnatic into a fist fight, but Mickey again sneaking around.
So sneaky from Mickey, finds the Shadowing Strike into the Crashdown. They just want to chunk out Kana. Explosive card spread, they're knocked out. There's the Magnet Storm, follow-up Hound's Pursuit in from Razzle, and Kana is down. Drake up in a minute, it's still a while. Hound's Pursuit in, again by Razzle, immediately jumps up into the corner of the pack to negate the Bramble Smash out from Yike. Eviscerate forward, trying to get that mid lane control once again.
And it felt like Fnatic needed some magic to try to get control of this Drake after we've seen them struggle before. And
The
Mickey
kill onto Kana. They now have a 35 petal lead, which is about 2.5k in terms of stats.
Oscar Inden is playing around this ward on the bottom side, though. There's a ward here, and he's managed to sneak over the wall, and now actually just spotted by Yike. A little bit on his lonesome.
I mean, Yike's going to get chunked out. Uses the Nature's Grasp as well, which is huge. That's a big ultimate that won't be available for the Cloud Drake fight. Chovy stunned up in the gravity field. Oscar Inden going back in, trying to make the tree go timber. And there's the follow-up. Twisted advance forward. Razzle getting chunked out quite a ton. As the redemption comes out, Kana flashes for it. One down on either side. Oscar Inden on that front line, but Fnatic can't take the fight anymore. They need the picks. They need to find the sneaky routes in. But with both junglers down, KC just going to start up this dragon.
Oscar is looking to base and TP back here with full HP. If he can find the angle.
Stunned. I thought for a second he was just going to dive in immediately with a counter-strike. Oscar in, looking for that flank. Targamas can dive on him immediately, and they have a ton of CC. He's very tanky and has the Seekers just picked up, so can stop time for a second. Magnet Storm in by Mickey. The Gatling gun from Upset. Kana counter-strikes the gold card and dives onto Chovy. Chovy almost dies to the laser, but doesn't quite go down. Upset's going to kill off Kana. Meanwhile, on the top side of the fight, Oscar in getting chunked out, and Kalist and Vladdy will secure that kill.
And KC have the better team fighting comp, and they're doing it with
isn't under threat. KC are able to get the damage that they want off. And as they then go to reset here, sure, Oscarinin is bloody, nearly getting towards that Sonya's hourglass as well. KC.
There was none available. It would be Mickey. So let's let him cook one last time.
See what he can find. Fnatic trying to get some semblance of control around the Baron right now. Their gold lead shrinking by the second. Yike has done such a good job of making sure he survives, dives forward with a twisted advanced explosive cast. Not quite there. Hound's Pursuit available to Razzle. Can look for the engage. Arcane Storm out from Vladdy just to disengage. Kalista an upset fighting down towards the bottom side of the fight as Kana is yet to TP in.
But that's exactly what Jack was talking about. They're so quick and they can't really find anything. Kana has prevented or stopped his reset on the bottom side. He wants to just keep pushing as KC, they're corralling Fnatic, keeping them busy so then this Jax can do work on the bottom lane.
So hard now for Fnatic to find the engage they really need. Depth charge onto Mickey, goes out of vision, double redemption out, but Mickey will be the first to fall. He goes down. Kana continues to push in bots.
And it feels like the nail in coffin for Fnatic. They weren't able to find it. They might be able to pick off Kana here, but Casey will be able to get this Baron. Nasher, we'll see if they can even pick off Kana with how fast he is with his Cloud Soul.
He doesn't have the flash, Counter-Strike out, rapid fire onto him, will get the gold card connection stun. Kana still trying to chase away, but the exhaust and the flash forward from Chovy will get the CC. Oscarinin is still looking for that flank position. Can go in. It will be Kana's life for Baron if he even dies. Explosive cast back, Kana will fall. Upset gifted the gold, but the Baron for KC.
I mean, that's so worth this KC. Yeah, you lose Kana, but this Baron should be everything that you need to close out this game. And KC are wasting no time. They immediately move into the top lane.
I think the one thing for KC now is, do you get a bit over-eager here? This is where you could stumble at the finish line because Kana is still going to be...
Fnatic still fishing for something. In fact, it's Targamas who fishes, chucks out the hook, connects onto a wall.
TP
behind as Poby begins to run. Depth charge coming out as well. The heal, the redemption, everything being used to try and get Poby out of this situation, but there's no escape from the clutches of Kana and Kalist. Mickey and Poby fall, and KC might just look for the win.
They've already got that bot wave prepped and ready as they start their march towards the base. Oscarinin will have to retreat from the top half of the map to try and stop his base from going down.
And KC finally breathing some life back into this series as it looks like they might just take the game right here.
I mean, they might just be able to close it out. 30 seconds before Poby is back up. 15 on Mickey, does have the Magnet Storm. Razzle looking at the damage onto Vladimir, it's just not enough. The comfort picks for KC seem to have paid off. The Nexus Tower's falling. Oscarinin trying to defend. Explosive cast might be used just to clear out that minion wave, but the Baron up minions so strong. Kana diving back in, Shadowing Strike crash down, will get the stun onto him. Dredgeline dodged by Mickey, steps down away from it. The Gravity Well finds the stun. Kalista and Yike begin to open up on the mid lane inhibitor tower.
And for the first time, Fnatic look like they're bleeding, but it's Fnatic who are on the chase.
Oscarinin chasing in. He's the only one with TP on this team. Poby goes in with the Destiny. They dive to Vladdy. Magnet Storm out. Mickey finds one. They'll look for two. Kana jumps away with the lead strike. Pops the stopwatch. Goes golden. But he is just going to his grave. Fnatic find two more. Dredgeline away from Targamas. They're in.
But it's Elder. It's Elder in 40 seconds.
In 4 seconds, as you say. 40 seconds on Kana and Vladdy. They'll be back up just in time for the Elder spawn.
But that might be too late. If they spawn on the Elder and Fnatic decide to rush it, they're already pressing recall. This might be the magic enter, and they're gonna give Fnatic the Elder. What is happening?
It wouldn't be an LEC series with Worlds qualification on the line if we didn't get a roller coaster of a gold graph, guys. KC had control of the game. They breathed, they split, they looked for the Nexus Towers, and you talked about it, Jack. You said, when you are in this position in a series, it is so easy to overstep. The Elder will be secured by Fnatic. Razzle waiting on it just a little bit.
They're trying to time it a little bit with the Baron now, sure. Very smart here by Fnatic.
They want to have that buff for the Baron fight. They'll continue to wait. Mickey was looking for Kana, who successfully dodges away from it. They just hold it, and there we are, 2 minutes before the Baron. Fnatic will steal everything they can. The gold basically irrelevant. Complete. If he can land the gold card, will absolutely melt through someone.
It's basically your full one-shot build at this stage. He's going to do so much work. Only that control ward preventing him from being full build at this stage. But Fnatic, they're just hoping someone on KC takes that step too far forward. Kalist needs to be careful.
Yeah, might need to back away a little bit here. Fnatic timing this with the minion wave coming in. Hex flash forward by Mickey. Hound's pursuit on Kalist. The spell shield coming out as well. He's going to dash away. Call of the pack for Razzle will get him out of dodge. Oscar in and pops a stopwatch, and Fnatic pop the tower. They'll take another one in this unrelenting push, but with Baron coming up in 20 seconds and the Elder falling off in 45, they want to go back and regain control. Look at the bot wave though. Super minions pushing in there. At some point, someone's going to have to deal with that. And if Fnatic don't deal with it, double TPs from KC.
But Chovy found the pick.
Chovy finds the pick. Onto Yike, twisted advance forward. Upset flashing. The dragon comes in. Fnatic Dragons find their way to the rift. The Elder laser enough to kill off the enemy jungle.
But KC are pinging enemy Nexus. They're thinking about TPing, but Fnatic want to keep fighting. Oh, this game is on a knife's edge here.
Oscar Ridden needs to reset. You can see him. He's just got that channel lock. Vladdy couldn't interrupt him with that ray. And now the minions are on towards the Nexus tower.
Elder down in 6.
That's it. That's the outer buff gone. KC, they can potentially take the fight when they see Oscar Ridden in the base.
KC have an advantage around the Baron pit right now. They've got an extra man. Poby, no destiny for him. He's going to have to sprint across it. Pops the ghost to do so. Meanwhile, Oscar Ridden TPing behind. KC, the ones now getting caught, perhaps in their own jungle. A hook onto Oscar Ridden. Targamas chunked out. Mickey cleanses away with the unsealed spellbook. He's looking for that Magna Storm flash. Across the wall, can't find it. Fnatic turn their eyes back towards the Baron. 5 seconds on Yike.
KC are just playing this push and pull. Tried to delay by time for Yike. He's now spawned, but he needs to get to the Baron, and it might just be gone.
It's already down to 6,000. Kana dives in. Razzle dashes away. Mickey gonna get caught out by Kalist. But Kalist on the wrong side of the wall. The Baron goes over, and it's Razzle who gets it. Kalist with a GA. He kills it. Kana gets one, and he's looking for more. Poby has to flash away. But although Fnatic got the Baron, KC clean up the fight.
KC no va a morir ya! They are taking it back. They're not out yet as they bring this series to game 4.
It's Mickey against the world, and KC are happy to put him in his place as they march down the mid lane. And KC, with the ace, have just done it.
Impatience around the Nexus was almost their downfall. Patience at the Baron is what will keep them in this series. KC are not done yet.
My God, what a series.